Hey from Fuller to Fullest fam, welcome back. If this is a returning view for you, if this is your first time here, welcome. We're so glad to have you here at the From Fuller to Fullest channel, or I should say because more often than not you're going to see me, your host, Morgan Fuller. I live in Southwest Arkansas with my husband and 2 daughters in our little urban homestead. We will be having garden casts here very soon once the monsoon has passed. It has rained every day this week. We also have a Craftcast here on the channel and exciting new things coming later this year. Today, we're going to be organizing my knitty spaces, which if you read the title card, you probably know that already. So let's dive right in. I have all of my knitting bags and my stash to organize. We are spring cleaning today. We started by cleaning the shop, so if I do look a little messy, that would be why. And now I'm moving on to my knitty spaces, so one of us is inside while the little one naps. So I thought I'd just bring you guys along and we'll get started. I'm going to start with emptying out all of my knitting bags and reorganizing the projects that I'm working on, making sure they're in the most suitable way to tote them, carry them, whatever I'm going to be doing with them. And I'm going to clean out this, which, let me open this up for you. Monster thing full of yarn. Now I know my stash is probably not as big as some of the other people on the interwebs, and maybe not even you, but this is a lot of yarn for me. And most of it I've already picked out what I'm going to do with. I just have to get started. But anyway, I thought I'd bring you along with me while I get this. So come along. get to that. This one will probably end up staying in this bag, but I do need to wind things up and get things organized here. This is my scrappy blanket from Hanging with Kay on Scrappy Sunday. You know, I think I'm gonna leave everything in this bag because I don't have anything that needs to go anywhere in it. And I'm going to add this leftover from Biddy's Moonbeam sweater into this bag. We'll just cinch this one up and call it done. Dishcloth yarn. Popcorn bag was easy. And a couple of notion pouches I found. This is an old like coin purse, which is perfect for a small notions bag. It came with I think it came with a little thing from my youth days. Instead of New York City, it's New You in Christ. So I've always had that. Something to know about me, if you are not my family and don't already know this. Oh look, I do left business cards. Don't know why they're in a notions bag. Something you should know about me, I tend to hoard craft supplies and small bags and office supplies. Anyway, this little notions bag came from Manila. One of my coworkers and his wife went home to see her family, not this past Christmas, but the Christmas before COVID. And he brought all of us back a little coin purse. So I use it for notions. Now to the fun part. You know what? No, I'm going to I think I'm going to get this small bit done. I'm going to get everything organized in the bags first, and then we'll attack this. So hang with me while we organize that. Okay friends, we're fixing to dive into this right here. So I'm gonna pull everything out. I'll tell you what it is as we get to it, if I remember what it is. If not, I'll just let you admire the beauty in it. Let's get started. This is a set of Knit Picks double pointed needles. The only thing I use this for is heels and toes. Here is that other ball of wool-like that I am using for those socks. Some much coveted and loved fiber for the People Surrey silk. This is the colorway Jupiter. I do have plans for it. This is a chenille that I got a long time ago. I don't remember who or what brand it is. This is what I took off of that blanket that I told you I was going to frog. I ended up not frogging the whole thing, actually. I just took the chenille off of it, and I really liked how it looked for a baby blanket, so I'm going to leave it at that and call it good. And I think I know exactly which baby's going to get it too, because it fits Mom's aesthetics so well. This is all my duplicate Curio number 3 thread, or leftover from Hazel's blanket that I'm definitely going to have excess of. And I've just about decided I'm going to do stockings, family stockings with the rest of it. Just about. This is a black crochet thread, size 3, that I think I'm going to use for the names on those stockings. Some leftover. This is Stunning String Serendipity in the DK weight that I used. This one is too, that I used for my House Pride cowl. Extras that will be used in something or another. I've got a lot of leftovers here. Some of this is Bad Wolf Girl. I think this for sure, this one right here, is from the 100 Sheep. Some Mad Tosh. These are Stunning String. This one is Stunning String as well. I think that, that is Unique from the UK. They're an independent dyer. It came with a sock set for Hufflepuff. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with all these small leftovers of sock yarn yet. I'm definitely not making scrappy socks. This is from the Pocahontas mini set from Bad Wolf Girl. Leftover from some socks. This is a superwash merino from Hobby Lobby. More of that chenille. I've got a lot of that chenille. This is just a standard cotton. This is Mandala in Chi, leftover from Gemma's blanket. This is some Mad Tosh Fathom. And I've got lots of it. Look, okay. When I told y'all I loved that color, I was not lying, because I have used a whole skein, maybe 2, in my star blanket, and I still have 4 left. I've got 2 in the Tosh Merino Light and 2 in the Tosh Mo Light. The difference between the merino and the Mo is the merino is 100% superwash merino. The Tosh Mo Light is 80-20 merino and mohair. 4 skeins of it. It's lovely. More black. This is black cotton, sugar and cream. I'm sure that's what I typically go for. This is the other part of that sock set. Some Mad Tosh. What's in this bag? Oh, some baby soaps that I got as samples that, let me tell you, look up here at me, you guys. So, baby soap samples are perfect for washing your knitwear. One-time use wash of knitwear. You use it just like you would soak. You put it in the lukewarm water, soak it for 15 minutes, super gentle on your knits. It's amazing. Anyway, back to what we were doing. So, I keep those in this little laundry bag. That's just an old tag ball band. Oh, here is all of my little bitty minis that I have set aside to do hexie puffs with. Definitely doing hexie puffs with those. Here is the self-striping of that sock set for Hufflepuff. Another Notions bag. This is a sweater I made for my oldest girl that is now too small for her. It is based off of the sock arms pattern. Well, I take that back. It is the flax light, or the flax pattern, but I took a sock arms approach to it, and then I marled it with a color changing yarn on the sleeves, which is really neat. The white marling you see here turns purple in UV light, so I'm saving it for my youngest when she gets it. I've got a lot of Mad Tosh. Here a while back when they switched ownership, they had a huge sale. Everything was like 75–80% off. So I took advantage of that, and that's been a couple years ago now. So this is a Mad Tosh in the color Poison, and Mad Tosh in the colorway Onyx. This is Tosh Merino Glitter, so it's got that tinsel in it. Okay, this is, y'all have seen this on the Craftcast before. This is, oh, I forget the company, but the colorway name is Tale as Old as Time, based off of Beauty and the Beast. Gosh, who was that? Lorna's Laces. Yeah. These little bags right here are really awesome. They're just the drawstring craft bags you can find at the craft store. And this is the one I have all my pom-poms in, so they don't get messed up. I need to make some hats so I can use these pom-poms. I think I'll do that when I finish a couple projects. And there's lots of acrylic leftovers in here that are not quite enough to, or not quite small enough to just throw them in that scrappy blanket. I think I'm gonna do color work baby sweaters with them. It's in a Knit Crate drawstring bag. And some Caron Simply Soft. This is left over from Biddy's Moonbeam. As you see, I have a bad habit of buying more than I actually need for a project. I always forget, you guys, always forget. It attacked me. I always forget that I knit a whole lot tighter than most designers, so I always have more left over than what I actually need. Anyway, this is some of that Yarn Unique I was talking about. This is the other set I got for Ravenclaw. Yes, I know it's not blue and bronze like in the book. It's blue and silver like in the movies, which I think is why I decided not to make my Ravenclaw family member that set. I may make something with it at some point. Probably not anything absolutely Ravenclaw done. Some more white cotton. Oh, this I won in a knit along of some sort. And this, I can't even remember who I won it from. But this is actually fairly unique because it is possum. It is 60% New Zealand Merino, 30% brushtail possum, and 10% mulberry silk. So this has possum content in it, which surprisingly, possum is super soft. And who would have thought to get fiber from a possum? I don't know. It's crazy. Oh look, little tiny piece of chenille. My dad told me when I bought that chenille, and this will tell you just how long ago that was because my daddy has been gone 6 years. But when I bought all of that chenille, he's like, you know, you could make fishing lures with that and people would pay lots of money because those chenille fishing lures are expensive. I'm like, Dad, that's not why I bought this. But who knows? I could, I guess. This, I don't even know what this is. It feels like it's alpaca or has alpaca content. Super soft. I really like it. And it is a crocheted scarf that has been stalled for who knows how long because I got tired of working on it. This is some mercerized cotton, I think. I don't know. This is an ear warmer headband that a dear friend brought to me after she went to the Aran Islands. and that was so kind and so sweet of her, and I love it. It is great during the winter time. More of the wool-like here. And I think my plan with that was to make some kind of sweater with some color work in this and this. Surprise, surprise, Gryffindor colors, because I wear them so well. This is Lion Brand's True Boo, and it is 100% rayon from bamboo. Isn't that a pretty color? It's almost got a purplish color to it. Purple wool-like. This is something frog. I don't know, I've lost the ball band. The brand is something, Frog Tree Fibers, that's it. And it is super soft. I think it's a merino too. I got it to do a color work hat and ended up not doing that because, you know. Lion Brand Velux. And it's coming out a little bit brighter on camera than it actually is. It's kind of more mustard. Don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet. This is Lucent, the first dye of Lucent. So it will not come out exactly like this anymore because she has perfected that from Fiber for the People. I love her. She's fantastic. If you want to support a small family and want to buy some yarn from an indie dyer, she is a fantastic one. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to pair this with that Jupiter to do something. Knit Picks Yarn Swift. This is a Zauber ball in what colorway? It's all in German, but it's a 100-gram ball. It's very pretty. All the fall vibes. This is a hand spun that I got out of a knit crate. Don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet either. These are Araucana. It's from Chile, and it is made from sugarcane, and I've got several colors of this. This is the same, and I've done several baby blankets with these. Super, so nice. Works so beautifully. This is a trio I have from What's Up Yarn Company. They, I don't think Amy dyes anymore, but she did a great job. And my plan is to do a fade with this. I don't remember who this came from, but it is a mini skein. And the colorway name is Prism. Got a beautiful rainbow in there. I don't remember who did it though. All of my blue and purple and dark colored minis and leftovers that I plan to make myself a kimono with, or something similar. This is Simplicity by Haiku. It came in a knit crate. It's a cotton acrylic blend. I've got two of the companion skeins of Good Guys Bad Guys from Mustache Yarn. This is her Guardians of the Galaxy themes there. This is a one-of-a-kind Gryffindor colorway from Meg over at Bad Wolf Girl. This came out of the Pocahontas mini skein set from her as well. Oh, here's that. Oh, this thing doesn't want to stay closed. Here's that other. I bought two of these. Again, I buy more than I actually need. It's by Yarn Bee, hand-dyed. And what did they call this? Meteorite's Delight is what they call this colorway. This is an alpaca silk blend by Blue Sky that I just got because it was pretty. More of that Araucana sugarcane. Oh, here's my other chenille that I bought at the same time as the lighter colored one. So lots of it. This is some Loops and Threads, Joy DK, Madeline Tosh, Karen, My Sweet Baby. Okay, My Sweet Baby and her best friend Gemma got me yarn for Christmas. in these two colors. And I think I'm gonna make them matching hats or scarves out of it. I haven't decided yet. I just thought it was sweet that they thought of me to get me something. Some purple and gold. This I bought, it's Red Heart Soft. I bought this because one of our doctors in Shreveport, which is our main hospital that our clinic is linked to, was retiring. She was the medical director over all of the physicians in primary care. She was retiring, and I was asked by our clinic director at our community clinic to knit this. So they commissioned that from me. That's where I got these from. That provider is a big LSU fan. So here are my so far stitched together Pixie Puffs, and one that needs to be added. Some polyfill. Oh, let's not spill that. I decided at one time that I was going to try to do bead weaving. That did not go so well. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this. And this is fishing line and beading needles and bamboo cord. I don't know what I was thinking. Little bitty tiny things and a 2-year-old just don't work. This is a coloring book that I got from Walmart. It's one of those adult coloring books. As you can see, I've colored in it some. I do like to color from time to time. I should probably color more. More than a dozen dishcloths, knit in a day for baby, a couple of random blankets. I would like to learn to cable, and I think this one would probably be a good one to learn on. A long plastic needle. Okay, now we're getting into some hope chest type stuff that's in here. It's this row counter I don't ever use. So, I don't know if I've shown this to you guys, but I have a promise. If you've read my most recent book, Hope Stored in Heaven, y'all know I have a promise for a son, and his name is Joshua. However, before Anna was even thought of, before I knew I was pregnant, I started knitting this blanket, or crocheting this blanket for Joshua, because I knew he was coming, and I fully believe in preparing for your promise. So these two things are that. I bought this because I want to do buffalo plaid in my little boy's room, and I crocheted this baby blanket. Now this is just half the size, and I have it folded and in the very bottom of this stash here. So that is waiting patiently for Joshua to get here. I have a cable needle that I've never used because I haven't learned how to cable yet. Some more double points. I have this huge knitting needle. This is a US 35. I don't know how many millimeters that is, but I use this for broomstick lace, and that's the only thing I use it for. I've got a beautiful mesh bag here with some of my fiber for the people things, yarn information. This is a savings envelope. This is my stash money, so when I decide to start putting back for more yarn, when I get down to the bottom of this, that's why it's in the very bottom, because when I get down to where I can see the bottom, I'm going to allow myself to buy something else. We'll see how well I do with that. And then a sock blocker for my sock. So that's all of that. Now let's organize. Okay, so I've got the first layer done. This is all my acrylics and viscose from sugarcane and cotton. And now I'm gonna start, I guess it would start you looking. Now I'm gonna, okay, so this is the first layer, first step of organization, which is going to be all of my acrylics and my cotton and viscose that is not wound into a ball quite yet and not going to be used anytime real soon. Next layer is all of my 100 gram skeins and mini skeins that have not yet been wound. because let's face it, if they're not wound, they're not going to get used yet. Now we have the soak on this top layer over here, and I've added all of the things that are balled up and ready to go that are big enough to be used for individual projects. Now the last thing to deal with is all of the small minis that are wound up and leftovers that are basically minis. Okay, the stash box is full. This is actually like an end type, like a, what do they call them? Like a hope chest style. It's just a little, it can function as a seat. I don't let anybody sit on it. That sits in my room. And I do not allow my stash to overflow this. And by stash, I mean nothing that is out of use. If it's not in use yet, it goes in here. If it's in use, it does not count as stash. Am I right, crafty friends? Okay, so I have one more crafty space to share with you, and that's this right here. Mr. Fuller got this for me because he was tired of my knitting bag sitting in the corner beside my chair. So I have 4 baskets, 4 different projects that stay in the living room while we're hanging as a family watching a movie or whatever, chilling in the evening. I have 4 projects I can pick from, so I'm gonna fill these up. All right, fam, well, I'm done with my knitting spaces. I'm gonna get busy on another part of the house, but thank you for hanging with me and organizing, cleaning out my knitting spaces today. I hope to see you soon. I bless you.